Hiya! Welcome to LSB Feasters radio channel, where we keep great radio from the past alive. Today we're going to New York City and Imus in the morning. Imus was crotchety, Imus was cantankerous, but at times Imus was really funny. Imus was a very interesting listen throughout the years. Imus in the morning started out in California, eventually worked its way to New York in 1971, and it ran for years and years and years, well, with a little bit of time off for good behavior back in 1977. But 1979, Imus came back to New York, did his thing, and eventually, even as the station changed from top 40 to sports, when it was sold, Imus stayed with the station. When WFAN let him go, he eventually worked his way over to WABC, and that's where he ended his career. And while he was there in the final several days of the show, he really opened up about himself, about his family, about the history of the show itself. And it was some fascinating and sometimes just tough listening, especially when we would talk about things like his brother Fred dying and his split with Charles McCord and other things that happened through the years. So we're going to share another air check from Imus's final days on 77 WABC New York.
I do have a question for you. I know you've addressed this before, but it seems to be the one I get the most on Twitter and Facebook, talking about the legendary history of the I-Man, and that is how it ended exactly with Charles. Was there a fight? Was there a nasty phone call? Was there nothing?
I'll tell you.
A tweet? A tweet.
What'd you say?
That's funny, B. A tweet.
Charles sold his house out in Wayne, New Jersey. And they were, so they were looking, and I didn't know how much longer I was going to work, actually. But we were at Fox at the time, and I don't know, they wanted to downsize, whatever they wanted to do. So they sold their house, and he's looking for a place to rent. But he just went on for several months, and he told me he couldn't find a place to rent in New Jersey. And I said, why? He said, well, I can't find a place that will take our dogs. They have these two Boston Terriers, 2 or 3 of them, but not very many dogs. And he claimed, so I got the feeling that, well, of course I found out later what the problem was, but he never told me this. But he finally said to me, I can't find a place to rent, to live, so I'm going to have to stop doing this. Well, I knew it was nonsense at that point. I mean, even Fred, my brother, said, well, I could find a place in New Jersey that would rent a house to the dogs. Not let Connie and Charles live there, you know? But Charles was upset because, who told me this? Somebody talked to him. He thought I stiffed him on $1 million, which I didn't. But at one point when we went to Fox from RFD, I reduced his salary by $1 million. He was still making $1 million, but it wasn't the same role. I mean, it was a completely different deal. So
you mean from MSNBC to RFD?
Yes, I guess that's it. Yeah. Was it MSNBC? No, I think it was from RFD to Fox. Was it?
It was the time progression is MSNBC, RFD, then Fox.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I remember that part of it. Just remember when we redid his deal, whenever it was. So, but he still make a lot of money for what he was doing. I mean, but back in the day, as I mentioned the other day, Charles was absolutely brilliant. He wrote all that stuff. He played a. You know, he couldn't like. Sid asked me, said, who was better, Charles or Cardinal? It's not any contest. I mean, Charles was just head and shoulders above everybody. It was not disparaging Cardinal. You know, I love Cardinal. Well, I mean, Charles could do everything. Come on. And he knew everything. So, but, I know the ball started to get a little jiggly, a little squirrely, too. But it wasn't any hard feelings. I mean, well, I was annoyed. I think people should be like I am, be honest about it. Like, nobody ever has to wonder how I feel about it. I have no person I know who is confused about how I feel about them. No one. 32 after the hour.
So when you first reduced his salary, he didn't go nuts? He just kind of stuck around? You figured it was okay?
Well, yeah, he was going from $2 million to $1 million. So
Yeah.
I think that might have been gradual, too. I'd have to check and see. But, well, he was unhappy about it, but I said, that's the way it is. That's the deal. So, anyway, I actually think I was making less as well. I must have been. See, I can't remember any of that stuff. Well, some of it I can. I have to go.
It's kind of fun.
It's not important.
Don't worry about it.
Really?
Let's just move on.
It's all right.
Water under the bridge.
Come on.
Those
All right,
game
please
shows.
welcome to the Imus Wayne program our old friend, the Cardinal. The Cardinal in the house. All right, good morning, Cardinal.
Good morning, God bless. Well, it's nice to see the I-Man on Twitter spitting out wisdom. The rest of us can roll our eyes over, BGs. You're about as deep as the water in a kiddie pool, you vacuous schmuck, you BGs. Those I-Man selfies are a particular source of pleasure, though. Looks like they exhumed Red Skelton. Or somebody took a photo, BGs. You belong on the cover of a Stephen King novel, you decomposing dummy. You put the camera down. Can I get a what, Rufino? What? Shut up, you stupid little queer, you BGs. Speaking of geniuses, Imus in the Mart. Looking forward this Sunday to the 60 Minutes interview with the lovely Stormy Daniels, BGs. Not exactly a member of Mensa, this lady. Stormy thinks she can look up the Nation of Islam on a map, BGs. Or that the theory of relativity is when your father gets your brother a job. She thinks El Nino is a Mexican drug lord, BGs. And that New Guinea is where they send mobsters in the witness protection program, BGs. Sounds like the smartest thing to come out of Stormy Daniels' mouth is Trump's wiener. God forgive me, BGs. But she does have a nice pair of bosoms, Mr. Martin. I will tell you that. And one thing you won't hear Stormy Daniels say to Anderson Cooper, my eyes are up here, fella. The twinkle-toed cool make you sick. Let me ask you this, Amos Lamar.
Yeah, sure.
Will you be up here in New York for the St. Patrick's Day parade on Saturday?
No, I will not.
Of course not. Your next parade will be a funeral procession, you dusty old lizard, you BGs. But like St. Patrick's Day, there'll be lots of drinking and singing at that event. Well, it's goodbye to the I-Man. You took so long to die, man. The more I did me praying, the more you just grew old. But sure as this gaze on Broadway, you finally passed away. And soon, just like my Budweiser, your corpse will soon be cold. You wrinkled up old road, you BGs. I'm also proud to disclose, Amos Lamar, on your show that Stormy Daniels is of Irish descent. A lovely Colleen, she'll be marching in the parade this weekend. My wild Irish hose, the sweetest hose I knows. You buy 'em a drink, they'll give up what's pink. Oh, my wild Irish hose. Let me ask you this, Mr. Martin.
Sure.
What's the difference between the I-Man and a grape?
I don't know.
When the grape gets wrinkled up and dried out, it's still useful. You two-legged dingleberry, you BGs. Which doesn't belong and why?
Oh, I love this part.
Which doesn't belong and why?
All right.
A, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
B, Larry King.
Larry King.
C, Imus in the Mart. Which doesn't belong and why?
Well, I would think Imus in the morning.
Wrong, you mumbling old drunk, you BGs. While all three overrated clowns should have been put to sleep many years ago,
You know.
the answer is B. Larry King doesn't belong because unlike the other two, Larry never got beat up by the wife, BGs. Well, it's goodbye to the I-Man. You took so long to die, man. The more I did me praying, the more you just grew old. But sure as my
That
name,
is just terrible.
my wild Irish hose, the sweetest
24
hose
after
I
the
knows.
hour here in the Imus in the morning program.
Imus in the morning.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Seems like I'm getting a lot of static in my headphones. Why would that be?
Well, when you're in your upper 70s, things start to happen. No, I don't know why.
I mean, it's like, it's like a distortion. Would that be my headphones?
Yeah, because everything sounds good.
Yeah, we don't hear it. Maybe it's that gas leak nearby.
Right.
And that is not great. I wonder if it is my headphones. It's really bad. It's pronounced distortion. I wonder if I have other headphones up there. I must have. Well, we got to solve this, don't we? Or no, we don't.
No, not really.
Maybe.
That's to solve before I talk to Hannity.
Well, that's a big thing.
I'll be here, my boy.
You only have one set of headphones? Where's Deirdre's?
Well, no, I've got a bunch of headphones up here.
Here you go. Fine.
I have several my Beats headphones.
There you go. Fine.
I have the air monitors I had made that fit in my ear,
Right.
with a little cowboy hat on them.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
It's no game. What do you think we're joking around?
You got to tweet those. You got to tweet them. You have to.
Just get them here.
Serious stuff.
You've ever seen these?
I've never seen them.
They cost me a fortune.
Bernie, you know about these?
Yeah, those are the ones that Trevor used to have to clean, right?
Oh my God, it's fantastic, Trevor.
That's how we
Oh
do.
man.
My logo's on them.
Get them before Toys R Us closes.
Very upset about that. 800 stores gone.
Finished.
33,000 jobs.
I think they were several $1,000.
These headphones.
Well, I don't think they were. I know they were.
Well, they're custom made. They got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke.
Top shelf.
I'm sitting there trying to take a picture of my headphones.
How's that going?
Well, it's not going very well.
No.
Well, why I can't get it here? I don't know what's going on. There we are. To hold it in my hand.
Yeah.
Great radio,
Still talking about the headphones?
huh? And Bernie said, cannot get here quick enough.
Yeah.
What's this going on?
No, look. A nation awaits.